Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, Tim? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
An extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. And this will be swung out here for Conner. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. You look at this Niner defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Conner. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped at his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the... Play back at the 44. That second down play nets a -4. This defense for the Jags, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The swing throw underneath to Achane. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Joey Porter Jr. that time got in there and backs the offense up. Tackle for loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Out of the gun, Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 11. Go.
To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give left side. Here's Achane. And Powell running here down to the 6-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
319, gets that. Up.
On 3rd down, Achane. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Devon Achane, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
They'll try and throw for it here. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Jones pass. Intercepted. Turnover on down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. You look at this Jaguar defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Go.
Up the middle, Achane. Touchdown, 49ers. Devon Achane. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in their history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they were able to route to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the 1st down.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Screen pass to Connor. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 4-down Deals. They score a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this 1st half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this 1st half.
Jaguars nothing. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, how's your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. Alec Eilmanor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
18 run. Panther 11.
Jones throwing for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Reek Wheeler.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
551, go. Hey,
From the gun, here's Fields. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll get this to his tight end. It's Johnny Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Green 19, just that. Go.
Running left, Achane. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, back to left. Here we go, side. Green 19, green side.
Fields now to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Second and a couple.
You got a Nick. Here we go. Turn on right. Hey, 551. Right.
Here's Fields. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I think it's safe to say that that was not his primary target when the ball was snapped, and then he led him too close to the sideline, and he ended up with a loss on the play.
Yeah, great toe tap, but you lose yardage, so you wish he didn't even have the toe tap. Wish he would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, catch it. Just make sure you're out of bounds, all right? Just don't get it all down as he did there.
EQ.
Back to the ground, Achane. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the 49ers are going to be set up for the first and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Here's Fields. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll pitch it out to Achane. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Devon Achane on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Jaguars 6. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
At the 34-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Jones. Open man down the field. That's Eilmanter. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
19 yards. First down, Jaguars.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
19, subtract 60. 19, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw here on first down. he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
17 Timberwolves. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got it bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Warriors 70. Go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Okay, ready?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
A final shot before break. Jones. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here. It's a